So stick blushes appear to be all the rage lately, but in this video I'm actually going to be talking about some new launches from Soshe that are in my personal favorite blush formula, which is a cream to powder. So I have two of the Blurring Pillow blushes from Soshe in the shades Speakeasy, which is a dusty mauve, and Rosy Rest, which is a dusty pink. So I do like that they have the actual name and description on the packaging, which is really nice. So I purchased these from Soshe. Earlier they had sent me a few of their lip liners, so I have 3 of their Soft Glide lip pencils that I'll try alongside the blushes. So these were PR, but I did purchase the blushes myself. And I also wanted to talk just in terms of another similar blush formula launching from an indie brand. The Adept blushes. This is the Simplicity Cream Blush. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about their packaging because both of these brands have done something really interesting in terms of refills with their brands. So I wanted to kind of touch on that and do some swatch comparisons. So if that all sounds good to you, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get into it. Okay, so let's get into these Soshe blushes. So these are the Blurring Pillow blushes. It's a cream to powder formula. They retail for $28 and you can get free shipping on 50. So basically you buy 2 and you get free shipping. They describe it as a feather-light, cushiony blush that melts on like a cream, blurs like a powder, and leaves a soft lit finish, infused with skin-loving ingredients for all-day comfort. They also say it blurs like a filter, lasts like a powder, and they say it's infused with skin-loving ingredients like squalane, cucumber seed extract, and ashwagandha root extract to hydrate, soothe, and ensure a seamless, comfortable wear all day long. The unique putty-like texture is soft to the touch, weightless on the cheeks, and designed to move with your skin, not sit on top of it. Build it up or keep it sheer. This formula flexes with your mood and your makeup. So as I said, I do love a putty blush. That was the primary selling point for me. I definitely prefer a putty-like formula to more of a traditional cream formula. Like I've talked about the Rare Beauty blushes. I have a whole video on these. I love the MAC Glow Play blushes. I own all of these now. And I've even picked up a lot of the Fui putty blushes, so I'll be featuring those in an upcoming video. So one thing I thought was interesting, there are 4 shades here, and they say each shade is inspired by the way you naturally blush, so don't be afraid to use it where the sun would naturally hit, cheeks, temples, even across the bridge of the nose. For the most seamless finish, press on color with a dense brush for precision, then diffuse with a fluffy tapered brush to set and softly blur the edges. And they do market a complexion brush to go with this product that retails for $28. I don't have that brush, so I will probably use, I'm thinking the BK A507 is kind of my go-to for this type of formula. So I'll just run that over my Sigma switch to make sure there is an extra product on it. So as I said, I have 2 of the shades, and I'll let you know the other 2 that I didn't purchase. Berry Smitten is a rich plum, which looks beautiful, but I was worried it would be a little bit too dark for me personally. And Copper Spice is a warm terracotta, so if that would be more your speed there. So as I said, these are refillable. They don't have refills on their website currently, but that is what the component looks like. I have already used this one, I think, so it might have a few fingerprints on it, but it's a nice plastic component. I like the color they chose. It does have a mirror, and that is what the product looks like inside, so you can kind of see the texture. Like I said, I think used this one before, and I'll just hold it up next to I guess the Rare Beauty and the MAC. So just in terms of the texture in the pan, it's difficult to do this. Here, I'll do the Rare Beauty. Kind of a similar texture there. And this is the MAC. And the way they've designed these is there is that kind of hole in the back where there's a sticker on the actual pan. Personally, this is just a very minor gripe. I would have preferred it if there was kind of the Forever component with a sticker on it, and then the pan also had the sticker on it. But between having a sticker on the actual pan and sticker on the component, I'll go with the sticker on the pan. I'm a little worried that, I don't know, this could get caught on something or stuff could get in there. I don't know, but I'm probably worried over nothing here. And I think how this works, so I'm just pressing on the back of the pan there, and you can see there's this little like plastic ring that comes up that kind of holds the pan in place, and then you can just lift out the pan like so. And one of the reasons why I really love refillable compacts is I have 2 shades here, or obviously I have other makeup that can be depotted. You can pop this into a magnetic palette, and you can see I've done that with my powders here. I don't know if I have an empty palette that I can show you, but anyway, because I have 2 shades, I could put both of these in a, and it looks nice and high-end, in a palette. I don't think they would dry out, hopefully, but yeah, so I could have 2 or more. I hope they expand this range. I could have 2 or more shades right next to each other, and so I only have to like open one package to kind of figure out what I want to wear for the day. So I really do like a blush palette specifically. I did that with my Tarte blushes once upon a time. So yeah, so that is the component. I think it keeps it pretty sleek. It is kind of similar to the, I guess, the Sephora eyeshadow packaging, how they have that plastic rim there. But yeah, I like how they did that. So before I apply those to the cheek, and I will have timestamps down below if you don't care, I thought I would talk quickly about the Adept Cosmetics blushes. So these retail for kind of a similar price point. These are the Simplicity Cream Blushes. They retail for $26, and these have a component like this, so it's just kind of your standard component, and this actually just slides off. So that is how they chose to do it, but same thing here. I just want to quickly make sure these are going to be magnetic. Okay, so I have this large Sydney Grace palette here, which is a bit full, but I'll just move some of these to the side. Okay, so this is the Soshe blush. This is the Speakeasy shade. And yeah, that definitely fits into a palette like that. It looks like these are the KVD blushes, by the way. I don't know if they still make these even, but it looks like it's the same pan size, which is interesting. It's probably pretty standard. So you might be able to reuse some components if you wanted to. Another thing I like about pans that pop out like that is it just reduces bulk when you're traveling, and the good thing about a cream formula is it's less likely to shatter or whatever. So anyway, this is the Adept actual blush packaging, just kind of a cardboard here. I think they make a lot of strides to be eco-friendly as well. So this one has the shade actually kind of, I don't know, lasered on the back. And this looks like it's going to be a smaller pan. So this is the shade Mauve. So this is 5 grams of product versus 8 grams. So Soshe is slightly bigger, and yeah, that will definitely work in a palette like this as well. And I think Adept does have a lot more shades. I like this one because as a mauve, like the Speakeasy shade I showed you is a mauve, and that's what it looks like in the little component. The Speakeasy shade is a mauve as well, I think, but it's a much warmer mauve, even though they call it dusty. So depending on your undertones and things, it may pull a little bit differently on you. They did also have a brush that was a gift with purchase with this blush. So this is their SC1 brush, I believe. So that's kind of the shape they went with for their blush. And given that it's a smaller pan, I guess it makes sense. I'm not going to demo this one in this video because I only have 2 cheeks. But this one reminds me a bit of, like, this is the BK 101 brush, which is larger but also angled. A few brands make brushes like this now. This is the Rare Beauty, kind of similar but more dense. And this is the BK 109 for comparison. Again, this one is a little bit fluffier. This one feels a little bit more dense. And that one looks like it didn't get entirely clean last time. Yeah, so those are kind of the main ones. But it does feel like it's a nice quality brush. I'm pretty sure it's synthetic, so pretty soft. So if you like a dense brush like that. So yeah, it looks like they have 10 shades in the Adept formula. One shade is called Universal Flush, which we've talked recently about how nothing is really universal. This is vegan and cruelty-free. It's talc and fragrance-free, non-comedogenic. They say it has a velvet matte, long-lasting finish, safe for lip use, so I guess I could try it on the lips. It looks beautiful on everyone, apparently. The Magnetic Compact is made from 82% post-consumer recycled plastic. So let's go ahead and get these on the cheek, and then I'll try on the lip liners, and I guess I can try on the Adept product on the lips as well. I just have a lip balm on right now. So I'm going to go in with Rosy Rest first, which is the shade I've tried before, and I'll just go in on this cheek. So I have foundation and powder on. I don't have any other bronzer or anything on my cheeks, so this should be as true a reflection of the color as possible. And I really like this when I tried it. I like the shade. I like how, you know, they went for these more kind of natural shades. I think one of the complaints maybe with the Rare Beauty is that it's too pigmented, too intense. And yeah, I just think these have a nice kind of color payoff. I'm building it up a little bit, but I'm done as far as like in-person wear. But yeah, they are buildable, but there is a nice kind of payoff. The shade and the tone is really nice, and I think they do have a good spectrum of neutral options for a variety of skin tones. Like I said, I would like them to make more and to just sell the refills separately, hopefully at a slight discount, but this is Rosy Rest. So really, really pretty and easy to slap on. That's why I like cream blushes like this, because I can just pounce my brush in the pan, pounce it on the cheeks, and I'm good to go. Cream blushes in a stick, you have to either pick it up from the stick and then try to get an even distribution on the brush, or swipe it on the cheek directly and hope that it doesn't disturb your makeup and then blend it out. So for me personally, and the way I like to apply my makeup, I really prefer this type of packaging and formula. Okay, so let's go into Speakeasy on the other side, and these do have a little mirror. So I'm just going to use the same brush here. So this is Speakeasy. And I am putting this on over a powdered cheek. I don't think it's necessary to do over powder or anything. I think you could go on straight over a foundation or skin tint, whatever you want to wear. But I think for me personally, the pigment is a little bit more intense, and it just, I don't know, lasts a little bit longer over powder. So that one you can see is a little bit more intense, a little bit deeper. And again, I am building up slightly just for the sake of this video, but I think both of those look really nice on my complexion. Okay, so those are the blushes. I think they're excellent. No complaints there. Let's try the lip liner. So when they reached out to me on Shop My, which is the affiliate platform I use, they gave me a choice of their lip liners or some other lip products. Just wiping off my balm here. Their lipsticks look nice, but they have, I think, peppermint oil in them, which is just not an ingredient or flavor I really enjoy in my lip products. So I opted to just go for 3 different shades of the lip pencil. And these aren't refillable, you just sharpen them. That's what they look like. Looks like I might have sharpened one already. And we have here Speakeasy, which is a shade that matches the blush. So Speakeasy again is the Dusty Mauve. And then we have Desert Rose is a pink nude, and Skinny Dip is a cool nude. All right, so this one is a pink nude. Okay, so this one is Desert Rose. Much lighter. This one is Skinny Dip. These are made in Italy, 24-month shelf life. So that is what those three shades. The blushes, by the way, because I forgot to say, these have a 12-month shelf life and they are made in Italy as well. Okay, so let's put on Speakeasy. We'll keep with the mauviness of it all. So the actual formula is pretty creamy. I'm filling in. This one is a tad more brown. So that's what Speakeasy looks like on the lips. And that is the Speakeasy blush side. So that is the combination right there. And I'm just going to see kind of, now that these have had a few seconds, I guess, they're not going to be budge proof, I guess. They're pretty creamy, like I said. So that's what those look like. And let me actually wipe off my hand here. And I did want to swatch these blushes on my hand as well. So I'll start off with Rosy Rest. So it feels very smooth to the touch, but kind of powdery going on. So that is Rosy Rest. I keep wanting to say Reset, but it's Rest. And then the Speakeasy shade. So that is Speakeasy, like so. And then going into the Adept for the first time here. So this one, it feels a lot more like a traditional kind of blush, cream blush formula. So if you want something that's going to be a little bit more dewy, I have to say, I think the Soshe ones are a little bit similar to the type of blush formula that I enjoy the most. I'm just going to, I guess, go over. Maybe I'll just blot a little bit. So my lips were pretty well hydrated because I had that balm on. So yeah, as far as like a 2-in-1 product, I guess you do want something that has a little bit more of an emollient texture to it. I don't know that this combination really does me any favors. But if you want like a true cool toned mauve shade, then this would be a good bet for you. If you enjoy that type of formula. I just want to take a quick look at their other shades again. So yeah, so they do have some brighter shades, but mauve really stood out to me as being kind of a little bit more unique. They have some other slightly more neutral, slightly more subdued, and then some more kind of bright, vibrant shades. So it feels fine on the lips, especially over that lip liner. I don't know that's, doing me any favors really, but I think it's something that you could use. So I don't know if they're explicitly marketing this as a 2-in-1 lip and cheek product. It says Simplicity Cream Blush on the cover here, so I think the blush was kind of the primary aim. But yeah, when you're trying to do something that does more than one thing, usually it does one of those things better than the other. So anyway, that's my video about these new blushes and older liners, I guess, from Soshe and Adept. I'm excited that I can finally kind of fully incorporate these blushes into my routine now and not have to worry about kind of keeping all the packaging together. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. And until next time, I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.